Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at level 400 to 500 Paladin Guide, and this is probably going to be the last installment of the Paladin Guides. Maybe there will be just a 500 plus later as a final one, but no promises. I think realistically, once you reach in these level 500, you should have enough experience with the game to really do your own research and figure out what it is that you want to be doing and hunting and what gear to get, and it's going to be hard for me to help you. But for today, let's just take a look at level 400 to 500. So, regular prerequisites. At this point, I would recommend about 115 distance skill and approximately 33 magic level. Me, myself, at level 470 Paladin right now, I have 120 distance and 35 magic level, so that's a little bit higher. But those are the sort of benchmark values that you really kind of want to be looking at. Obviously, you're going to need premium account, you're going to need some knowledge and experience with the game, as I'm not going to be going into massive detail about everything. I'm just going to be giving you tips and hints of where to go, what to do, but you're going to need to research and find out a little bit more outside of this video. And finally, obviously, going to need some money for items and imbuements. So, moving on, with regards to new equipment available, there's actually nothing in this level range. Level 400 items, your soul items and alicorn primal items, I've covered in the previous guide, level 300 to 400. So if you want to find out about those, make sure to check out that video. Otherwise, in level 400 to 500, there isn't actually any new items. The next set of items that become available are level 600, and those are the sanguine items, which you definitely want to be picking up when you get to those levels. With regards to recommended quests for this level range, these are going to be boss-based quests. You don't really have any non-boss quests at this level, so you're going to be looking at Secret Library to start getting that access there. You're going to look at Kilmaresh quest. You're going to look at Too Hot to Handle. You're going to look at the Cradle of Monsters, and potentially you might even be thinking about the Primal Ordeal, which is the Magma Bubble access. At least on my world, there's quite common services for Magma Bubble access. It's relatively easy, so if you see one on your world, you're in this level range, you might want to consider joining that just to get that out of the way. You're probably not going to be doing Magma Bubble just yet around level 400, but it's good to have the access. The access is very easy if someone hosts it, so definitely recommend getting that done when you can. Finally, imbuements, nothing's changed. It's the same imbuements you've been doing for hundreds of levels. Void, Vampirism, Crit in your bow, Vampirism, and possible defensive imbuement in your armor, and Powerful Void, plus Intricate Epiphany in the helmet. I'm sorry, I've missed this in here for some reason. Your second imbuement in the helmet should be the Intricate Epiphany in addition to the Void. And moving on, looking at the popular sort of best hunting grounds and spots that for this level range. With regards to the PG spots, you are still looking at Asura Mirror. This is just an amazing spot. At this level range, you should be looking at about 5kk raw at Asura Mirror. It scales up to about 6kk raw on, like a level 6, 700. So keep that in mind, but you should definitely be trying to get Asura Mirror when you can. Other than that, you can start looking at Oromund Catacombs, which should yield somewhere in the vicinity of 4kk raw. You want to be starting Winter Court and Summer Court around level 400 and 450, which also are somewhere in the ballpark of about 4kk raw. And from level 450 plus, you're going to be starting sort of about Rashomon West and Rashomon Bones. If you're slightly less experienced, you might want to wait until level 500 before starting Rashomon West and Bones. But anyway, that place starts at about 4.5kk raw, and that place also scales way higher, 6kk plus. On Rashomon West when you really get used to it. And with regards to some other hunting spots alternatives, for example, slightly less popular spots or profitable spots, just as someone will give you some alternatives, you've got Oromund Abandoned Sewers, Maripur Turtles, Wrath of the Emperor 8, Otherworld, Nightmare Isles, Oskayat, pretty good. Were Tigers and Were Crocodiles, make sure to check that out. Deeper Ixtapan is actually pretty good. The Mitmar spots there are pretty profitable, pretty decent experience. And Rashomon Shockheads at 450. And obviously none of those spots will be quite as good as those PG hunting spots that you've got at the top, but they're decent alternatives for like a double experience event, or if you play on a popular world and everything is taken. I would definitely be prioritizing and checking out some of those spots. And I'm always updating tibiapal.com hunting. If you want to check that out, if new spots get added to the game after the making of this video, I will be adding them onto the website. So make sure to check that out and I'll make sure that that is up to date. And okay, I guess that's everything I have for you today in this guide. So if you have any questions, make sure to let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. Alternatively, we have a very active Tibian Discord server, so feel free to join it. I'll definitely have a link in the description down below. I'm always active there. If you have any questions about this video or pretty much anything related to Tibia, feel free to ask. And yeah, I think this is everything I have for you today, guys. I'll just mention maybe that in my experience, level 400 plus is when Paladin really starts to get really strong and really fun, and I really enjoyed this level range, and I hope you do too. And okay, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.